Yo, what's up, everybody? This your boy back at y'all with another one. Shouts out to the whole LDBC Lions and basketball community. Get the video like, get to subscribe, ring the bell whenever I go live. That way you get those notifications. Also, subscribe to the Patreon. I'll leave a link to the Patreon when the stream is over with. I'll probably upload some content on the Patreon this week. Let's get right to the funk. Oh, actually, before we get into the funk, I want to shout out some individuals that subscribe to the channel. You know, any subscription and donation, I want to make sure I get those names out there. First and foremost, I want to salute Jacob Jennings for his contribution through the Cash App earlier this morning. I really do appreciate it. Want to start supporters on my channel. And your contribution is greatly accepted, and I appreciate you. Also, I want to shout out these following individuals for subscribing to the channel. Fainting Cowboys fan. Tashawn Holmes. Carl HK. Low Radar. See who else. CA3 Sports Talk. And Anthony Lewis. I really do appreciate you individuals subscribe to the channel. Hope you enjoy the content. All right. Shout out True to King TV, Stephanie Dews, Red Durazo. Yeah, I see you in here, CA3, man. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for being up here tonight. Now let's now that we got these pleasantries out the way, let's get down to business. So the big news today, and my brother Ticket and Too Raw, they talked about this. Mahari and Sports Podcast talked about this today also. Chris Paul getting traded from OKC to Phoenix. Now, this was sources told The Athletic Shams Charania. They sent Ricky Rubio, Kelly Oubre, Ty Jerome, Jalen LeCue, and a first rounder to Oklahoma City. Now, OKC also dealt Dennis Schroeder to the Los Angeles Lakers yesterday. And all the Lakers had to give up was like the 28th overall pick. And I think that was great. It's always good to get things for the cheap. Shout out to Wayne Berry and Kobe James in the building. Yeah, this is great. That was great move. That was a great move by Rob Pelinka. Now you got a point guard, Dennis Schroeder. Now we all know LeBron's going to be the primary ball handler for the Lakers and all that. But on nights that he's resting, and things like that, you got an established point guard. He's young, but one thing about Dennis Schroeder, he is a ball hog. Okay. Dennis Schroeder is a freaking ball hog. But you got a complimentary piece to the championship puzzle. AD opted out of his $28 million deal. It is to be expected the Lakers re-sign Anthony Davis. So I don't see him going anywhere else. All right. But let's get to the news about Chris Paul. All right, the first round pick is protected for the first 12 picks in 2022, the first 10 picks in 2023, the first 8 selections in 2024, and is unprotected in 2025. All right. That means if OKC falls within the first 12 picks, or if I take that back. If Phoenix falls within the first 12 picks of the NBA draft, then Phoenix will keep that pick. If it falls outside of that, that pick goes to OKC. All right. In this only season, OKC, Paul averaged 17.6 points, 6.7 assists, and 5 rebounds. The Thunder acquired the 10-time All-Star along with 2 future first-round picks after sending Russell Westbrook and to the Houston Rockets. Thunder also agreed to, I talked about that already. They traded for Danny Green and a number 20 overall pick. Got it. Paul led the Thunder to a 44-28 overall record and into the playoffs, they came within the eyelash of beating Houston in the first round. Now, also, what was little talked about is the fact that Chris Paul did make the All-Star team this year, and he was an MVP candidate, right? Now, Rubio, now, you know, he was a top 5 pick for the Minnesota Timberwolves, started 65 games for Phoenix, averaged 13 points and 8.8 assists. So to me, I think the Phoenix is getting upgraded at point guard, okay? Oubre, now this is the one I have you know, kind of issues with. I'm like, why'd you get rid of Kelly Oubre? I mean, Kelly Oubre, you know, the dude was balling before he got hurt. But anyway, he had a career high of 18.7 points per game last year in 56 games. Jerome, the 24th pick in the 2019 draft, played 31 games as a reserve. You know, he crapped out 3.3 points a game. And LaQ, a 19-year-old shooting guard who went undrafted after 2019, after skipping college, only made 5 appearances. So, for what it's worth, so see, their point guard situation now, you got Rubio as a starter, and then you got and then you can have SGA, Dort. I'm pretty sure they're gonna Danilo Gallinari ain't gonna want to stay around. I think they're still trying to trade him if they hadn't traded him already. Still got Nerlens Noel. I think he's gonna go as a free agent or what have you. I think he got 1 more year left, and then there's Steven Adams. Look, the bottom line is this, and shout out to Venti Cowboy fans, Solid Boy 500, and my boy James Hayes in the building. Appreciate you for being up here tonight, homie. Now, where was I at? Look, the bottom line is this: OKC is clearly rebuilding. Okay, so this was to be expected, right? After they let go of Billy Donovan, you know, they had a quote unquote mutual agreement to part ways for whatever that means. So clearly they're going to rebuild. Now for the Phoenix Suns, they're trying to win, right? So their projected starting 5 right now will consist of Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Booker, obviously CP3, and DeAndre Ayton. That's their starting 5. Now they got good guys coming off the bench like Dario Saric. They got Frank Kaminsky, you know, for what it's worth. They still got who's that player? He was a former point guard for the Chicago Bulls. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. He played with OKC as well, but I cannot get that guy out my head. Out of my can't get that guy's name up the top of my head right now. Oh man, that's gonna bug me now. I can't remember the dude's name. Oh man, what the hell is that guy's name? Cameron Payne, that's his name. Cameron Payne. So you know, you gotta think Cameron Payne will be one of the guys coming off the bench to spell CP3 and all that, and they got Monty Williams. So there's no reason why the Phoenix Suns can't be contending in the Western Conference. I'm not saying they're gonna win the championship. I still think they need one more piece, 1 or 2 more pieces to really contend for a championship. But they're going to the playoffs. All right, I'll just make this known right now. The Phoenix Suns will go to the playoffs next year. Right? And Chris Paul, he still got game. He still can play. Now, there's a lot of trolls and a lot of people that don't know nothing about basketball, but they said the same thing about Chris Paul last year, about how he was done and he don't got it no more, and this, that, and the third. But look, Chris Paul not only made the All-Star team, but he led this team to the playoffs when it was widely expected that they weren't going to go nowhere. And that's a testament to Billy Donovan, right? This team wasn't supposed to go nowhere, and they ended up in the 5th seed in the Western Conference on a team that was projected to go nowhere. So, I mean, gotta get these guys they do, man. You know, let me see. I'll cover some other stuff here before I let some people up in here. So what this means for the Thunder, right? Well, I already talked about that. I already talked about all that. The Thunder sent out $43 million in salary, while the Suns sent $35.2 million. So OKC saved $7.9 million. If we look ahead, the savings are even more pronounced. For the 21-22 season, the Thunder lose Paul's $44.2 million player option, but they received the $20 million owed to Rubio and Jerome with the team option for LeCue at his minimum, if they want to pick it up. Now, the other huge benefit for the Suns is that this trade adds salary but still fits under salary cap matching rules. Jones can delay the deal until the Suns use about $18 million in cap space. That way he can sign a difference maker before the trade wipes some of the spending. Power will still well clear of the luxury tax. You know, Booker, Aiden, Paul, similarly locked in as starters. Expect the Phoenix Suns offers to target a forward with available cap space. Now, doing so will require withdrawing a qualifying offer, a 2019 draft night acquisition, Dario Saric, but free agents like Jeremiah Grant, Danilo Gallinari, Serge Ibaka, Davis Bertans. I hope the Wizards re-sign him. All represent significant upgrades who mesh well with young wings Bridges and Johnson. What up, my man?
Salute, baby. Salute to your chat and your panel, baby. What's happening with it?
What's good? What's good? Hey, so what you got on this, man? What you think these moves being made will impact?
Hey, it's gonna impact a lot because the bottom feed is gonna be different now. The 7, 8, and the 6 seed. Because now you got a veteran point guard over there to help a young up and coming squad who just went 8-0. So I think that would really drew Chris Paul over there. He felt like they got shooters, they got young hungry guys, they know they role with a key veteran piece like him, just to add to the mix a little seasoning. Shit, you got your Thanksgiving meal, baby. You don't need that much. You know what I mean? Just pick up a little season that you missing. Niggas be wanting a season and an onion. You supposed to have all that. You know what I mean? Build within the draft. Take a few free agents here and there that want to play with your organization. As far as you meet with people and all that, I don't approve of all that, man. I think that's just tampering, and it's been like that. Certain people only could do it, so that's a good move for Chris Paul. And I like the move that the Suns was going in there. But I see them go 8-0, so I can't wait till the season starts to see these young teams take over because I see the young potential that's in the league. The Jamal Murray's, the Devin Bookers of the world. He hit 70 points, bro. You don't do that, just by cause that dude be stroking that motherfucker. Now, like I said, he got that veteran point guard to take the pressure off him where he ain't got to worry about bringing it up, playing defense, and doing other things, which you're going to stay to play defense, but more so bringing the ball up and creating for yourself. Chris Paul going to make his job way easier, just like Devin Booker going to make Chris Paul's job easy. Now you got a closer. In case shit get hectic, Chris Paul could get you that bucket in crucial situations of the game when you need that bucket. Throw him a little pick here and there, let him work that mid-range. And he's good with that, good with the results. I love it, LB. Let's get some competition back going around this motherfucker so we can see what we're working with.
Yeah, right. Hey, shout out to Elder Rufus, straightway Elder Rufus in the building. The Underrated Darkness. Hey, make sure you go subscribe to the Underrated Darkness. Black Reality TV, the homie. Black Reality TV up in this hole. You know what I'm saying? Hey, subscribe to Black Reality TV also, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get down in the LDBC, Lions Den basketball community. You know what I'm saying? Either get with the program or get left behind. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Lou, what's up, man?
What up, LB? What up, James, man?
Oh, unrelated baseball, unrelated to this, but breaking baseball news. Padres right-handed pitcher Mike Clevenger undergoing Tommy John surgery, so he's going to miss all the 2021 season. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. What you got on this trade, Lou?
Hey, I think it's a good move for Phoenix. Like, they got a veteran point guard to teach the boys how to win now. If they double team Booker and he start crying about that, Chris Paul gonna have wide open shots to knock down shots. And he's gonna probably help the big center out who look like he's an 8-year-old man. You know he's supposed to be 20. help him with his game too, because he gonna probably feed him a lot when we get in the lane. I think it's a good move for things. Make them a team can be a 7 or 8 seed. Maybe make it to the second round of the playoffs. Go back if any more moves made before the trade deadline on for free agency and the trade deadline on this Friday coming up. But I think it's a great move for things. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like when they play a big game on ESPN, because you know they're gonna now that Phoenix got a superstar like Chris Paul, they're gonna actually show him on TV for once.
Yeah, I think the Phoenix Suns they're gonna do some things here, and Monty Williams. I'll tell you right now, Monty Williams is an early candidate for Coach of the Year. I'm just saying, y'all heard it here first.
Hey, James,
What's up, big dog?
I never got the chance to see on Chris Paul when he was in New Orleans. When Monty Williams posting there, what did it look like when Chris Paul was there in New Orleans?
Hey, that's why Monty Williams went after him. He know he need a veteran point guard, and Chris Paul is the answer to that offense. You know what I mean? For getting them over the hump. Because even though they was close this year, they just ain't have another veteran pieces and a real leader on that team. That's a young team still trying to find themselves. That's a young team still trying to find out who's gonna be their leader. Monty Williams, bro, is a very underrated coach. Like I said, I always felt like he got a bad shake in New Orleans, and that's with every coach. They don't give him enough time to build with them. You know what I mean? You give him 1 or 2 years, that's not enough. And that's why I'm at with Monty Williams. But listen, when he had Chris Paul and we took the Spurs to 7 games, we were supposed to win that game. But injuries and just stupid ass play decisions. Like at that time, Chris Paul was young, so I can't fault him. But now that I see how much he matured, how much he means to certain teams when he do get injured, like with the Houston Rockets being that closer, being that true flow general leader, that hurt Houston, man. And we could have seen an upset. But hey, I know he still have something left in the gas tank, and he about to reunite with Monty Williams. That's gonna even much like more fuel to the fire. And like I said, you got a person that can get you buckets in Devin Booker. You have a center that you can run a pick and roll with, like you did with Tyson Chandler. Man, that's a match made in heaven, man. I can't wait to see it.
Phoenix may not be done. They may add DeMarcus Alford to that team too.
Listen, I can't wait to see the new season, bro. Listen, man, today I don't like to be, talking about it or whatever, but it's just another day to me. And I'm just happy that I was able to wake up this morning. You know what I mean? So when I woke up this morning, I wasn't even much worried about it. But I turned 43 today, and I'm blessed because a lot of my people that I came up with, like I be stressing a lot, they really did in jail. And I'm not just saying that just to be saying it. So I was one of the lucky ones to survive that shit in the 90s, in the early 2000s. And Katrina saved me. So I'm just a sports man. I'm a people's person. I just want to see good sports, good competition. And I just hate people cheating the system. That's it. I want to see people get it all. I want to see people put the work in. And I came a long way, and I'm a true testament to that because I used to cheat the system by trying to hustle and make money the fast way. And I used to enjoy it. I used to have money, but it was stressful. It ain't never get me nowhere. Now, since that I've been working, since Katrina, and I ain't had to worry about the streets, I've been more blessed and I got more things doing it the legal way than the illegal way. So that's just my testament today, saying another birthday, and it's a blessing, man, and it's like fresh air. I advise everybody, man, not to give up, to keep pushing, and shit gonna get hard. As long as we stay together and stay within the moment and know what the keys is, like my nigga Elder say, salute the Elder, you gotta have the keys, man.
And speaking of which, speaking of Elder, shout out to Elder Rufus for his donation through the Cash App. I appreciate you. General salute. All day, homie. All day. Hey, look. If speaking of which, before we go to before I turn over to the underrated darkness, look. One person, that when he speaks and all that, outside of James Hayes, one person that always, when you want to uplifting and a paradigm shift and a thought process is Elder Rufus, man. Straight up, man. Elder, man, look, that dude, man. And you know, lost as far as like building yourself up, you know, making sure that you got enough to take care of yourself and your people, providing, producing, and protecting. If you want that kind of paradigm shift for your thought process, subscribe to Straightway Georgia Elder Rufus.
Facts. I did that today. I seen him building that shit. I'm like, look at him. He getting it in over there. I love that type shit, bro, because we don't have enough of that.
We don't have enough people that are mentally tough. There are a lot of people that are weak-minded. Look, it don't matter if you got the strong. It don't matter if you can lift 500 pounds. If you're weak-minded, you're not going to go anywhere. And that's straight. And that's the honest to God truth, man. So once again, Elder, I appreciate your donation through the Cash App. All right, Mr. Underrated Darkness. Hey, I gotta pay you a visit at one point or another. You know what I'm saying? But because you ain't that far from me. But hey, what you think about this Chris Paul trade?
Man, I love this trade because you know we see people don't really talk about Phoenix that much. Like y'all was saying, they was very close making to the playoffs last year. They was very close. But you know the injuries and you know injuries that they have in the parts, but getting Chris Paul is going to do not just good for Devin Booker, but the guy. I'm telling you, I like that. I like that. I love that center, man. He put in the work. You know he's a defensive specialist. You see he know how to score around the ball now. He got quick feet, and I tell you, I love that, man. I'm telling you. I really believe that, and you know, and then like Brother Lau was saying that they finished. I'm telling you, and I love the coach. I love that coach. I'm telling you, I think the West is in. I think Phoenix gonna get some teams some problems, man, because you know they could play. I'm saying they could play up tempo, and now they could play up tempo, and now they could slow it up. Now they could play half court now. It's
gonna be a beautiful thing to see, man. The biggest beneficiary is gonna be DeAndre Ayton. Yeah. What I tell you, he's gonna be the biggest beneficiary. Shout out to Spot'em, got him, JCV, Tiana Jones. I appreciate y'all for being in the chat tonight. Salute to all y'all.
I like
Mr.
AJ,
Big Chance, long time no see. Hey, you reduce your titties yet?
Yeah. Okay, you get. Okay, you got jokes. Hey, yo, you better calm down for the police come knocking. So I mean,
hey, shit. Yeah. The only thing that's gonna be knocking is this goddamn pizza is coming here in a little bit.
Oh anyway. Yep. Don't worry, but I got some mac and cheese in the oven ready to chop that up, dog.
Shoot, I'm cooking Alfredo right now, man.
Alfredo.
I just got out of class, man. I just got out of class.
Would you taking a basket weaving?
No, man. I'm a music major.
You a music major?
Oh, that's good.
You play the saxophone?
I play trombone, drum set. I sing, and I also write music for local bands around the area.
Oh, let me find you out here ghostwriting this shit. You know?
Yeah. No, but no.
It is Mr. Big Chest, huh?
Yeah.
Where you been at, Mr. Big Chest?
Hey man, I've been busy, man. School's been kicking my butt. I just got done with midterms.
Ain't you a football player, right?
Yeah.
Man, don't worry. We know you fourth on the depth chart, but you know, go ahead.
I'm third on the depth chart, man. I'm out for the I'm out for the season, bro. I had a concussion. I'm out for the season.
Oh so, damn! I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
I gotta grind back for next year and everything.
And get your head right. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you running right here.
Today we had a whole lot of guys opted out playing football because of the COVID.
Hey man, get your head right. We don't need you, 20 years old, you know what I'm saying, with the mentality of a 65-year-old, you know what I'm saying, you wearing the pants and shit. All right.
Hey, I'm good, man. But thank y'all. But
as for this, let's talk about the Phoenix Suns. All right. So
I like it. I like it mainly because you get veteran depth, with CP3. Plus, with CP3, his game, he knows the nuances of the game, and what he can give Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton is he can give them the insight on how to be more effective with what they already have. DeAndre Ayton, he's a defensive beast. Yes, he has to cultivate some of his offensive game, especially in the low post. I like to see him improve him, getting to the basket, scoring in that post hook shot and everything. And Devin Booker, this man, I saw him in a bubble. This man is due for a virtuoso of a season. And with CP3's insight, he can learn how to use the mid-range to his advantage, maximize his mid-range talent, and learn how to be more calm and still be an assassin. CP3 adds more mental insight than he does physical insight playing. He's still gonna give you that 20 points a game, 9 assists, but the mental acumen that he has is going to be vital for the Phoenix Suns' success this year. And they're going to give teams problems. They're going to ruin, I promise you, they're going to be in the playoffs, and they have the ability to ruin someone's dreams. They're going to ruin somebody's chances to get to the next round or something like that. That's what I think about that. And, even then, people forget they have the 10th overall pick this year. They still have the 10th overall pick this year. Mm-hmm. And who I'm looking at, what I'm hearing, from, people inside the thing and from Bleacher Report and all those websites, they're looking at this dude, Jacob Okoros out of Auburn University. They're looking at this dude. They're also looking at this other dude. He plays for Iowa. He plays for Iowa State. I forgot his name, but he's like a shooting guard, small forward, wing type player, which is what they really need right now since Kelly Oubre's not there. And they're also looking at a couple wing players from Virginia, and what Lou says, that soft dude Jordan Nora, they're looking at him out of Louisville too. They need a wing. Everybody, I know people was talking about CP3 getting old, but I look at CP3 as like, they can be a playoff team now, but, when his contract's up and he's like 38, 39, getting ready to retire or move on, his acumen will build that team up to where they can be a perennial powerhouse. And if they don't get a wing, they could get their future point guard and let him learn under CP3. And the point guard I'm talking about, his name is Nico Mannion out of Arizona. I want y'all to look him up. He got some skill.
All right, we check him out. You know what I'm saying? So
Nico Mannion, really, they don't take him.
Hey, he fits in Monty Williams' system.
I seen him in the college, man. I wasn't that impressed by him.
Well, that's one because I don't think the coach let him be him. I mean, like, the offense ran through Jalen Green, who's another top 15 projected pick. But he literally might slip to the Nuggets, and the Nuggets might get him. And I'm like, the Nuggets be getting, all these picks and everything. But Arizona they didn't play through Nico Mannion. They played through Jalen Green. I say Nico Mannion because he fits that system. One, he's gonna be a ball distributor, and he can get the ball to Devin Booker, and he need it, and he's gonna be using the pick and roll very well, like CP3 does. The thing he has to work on is getting his jump shot consistent from outside, and being a little tougher on the defense. That's why I say if you draft him, CP3 has a good perimeter jumper, and he's a defensive guru. Like, for a point guard, he's one of the best defensive guards that we have in the NBA. So you cultivate him up. You still build in with Devin Booker, because by the time CP3 his contract in, Devin Booker's going to be in his prime, and Ayton's going to be on his way to his prime.
I understand that, but
there's other guards out there. That's just the one. Nico Mannion's just the one that fits. Now, the draft on Wednesday, the top 3 picks are set. We just don't know what the order. It's just the guards I'm looking at, like the Tyrese Maxeys of the world.
You don't want to do that. Like, Tyrese Maxey, he's a great defender, but his jump shot is poor.
Yeah, his jump shot is poor. I ain't gonna lie. I understand you. I watched him play. Cassius Winston. I like him. Out of Michigan State.
Yeah, I seen him. He got good jump shot. He but he loves to eat though. He needs.
All right, let's not. I don't want to stray too much from NBA trade talk and all that. I don't know enough about these players to really speak on them, so that's why I'm staying silent. But now the other big trade was shout out to Koba in the building. Hey, the other big news is James Harden walking out of Houston and going to Brooklyn. So there's word about him possibly joining the Brooklyn Nets. So you got 3 ball dominant guys on the team, right? With Kyrie, KD, and possibly James Harden. Now they're going to lose Dinwiddie, which Dinwiddie, he made it known that he wants to be a starting point guard. So you got losing Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, Taurean Prince, and what's that guy's name? Jared Allen. So if James Harden goes to the Brooklyn Nets, what does that do for the Brooklyn Nets? Now I know a lot of people are willing to crown them as champions, but I'm not willing to, go that far yet.
Not yet.
But James, what you got on this,
fuck
man?
up their chemistry.
That's what I said. It's gonna mess up their chemistry. I wouldn't mess with that, LB. I wouldn't, yo. But
hey, when you baking cookies, come back when your shit good.
Sorry, man. Sorry for that.
who that is? Gillian?
Yeah, it's me.
What's up,
Where
Gillian?
you been at?
What's going on? Just been busy with work and stuff.
Hello, this is a message from Texas.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, LB. The reason why I say that, because you're giving up depth for one player who don't play defense and who is streaky offensive shooter.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be messing that up, bro.
Yeah, that is my. And mute your mic.
Hospital calling to remind.
Son, you got to collect call from jail. Anyway, anywho, the whole look to me, I'm not sold on this deal on the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, 3 ball dominant point guards or whatnot. Who's going to take the last shot at the end of the game? I know Kyrie's. I just don't see how this works, man. I just don't. And there's too many evidence of, these players teaming up. And and this is what the mainstream media are going to do. They're going to look at that team right there with James Harden, possibly KD, and Kyrie, and they're going to label them as the team that's going to win the NBA championship, right? If you want evidence of not drinking the Kool-Aid too early, look at the Clippers. Look at the state of the Clippers last year when they acquired Paul George, the team and they acquired Kawhi Leonard, right? What was the first thing they were saying? Oh man, this team could possibly play the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. They probably could play in the NBA Finals. Even after the trades they made during the trading deadline before the All-Star break, they had the trading deadline. The pieces that they add, Crunchy Black, Reggie Jackson, they had all Marcus Morris, added more versatility in lineups. And you're like, oh my God, they really go to the NBA Finals. And then they lose in the second round, blowing a 3-1 series lead. So, I'm just not sold on this dynamic now that the Brooklyn. Now, if they kept the team just like they had right now, then yeah, maybe I would have given it a ride. But now you're depleting your bench for one guy. I just don't see how this works. What you think, Lou?
They better not do this, because if they do, I'm gonna lose respect for Kevin Durant, because he left Golden State because he wanted to prove to everybody he can win a championship without stacking the deck. If you add James Harden to the team, you definitely stacking the deck right there. Plus, it would be good. I think that would be a good trade for Houston too, because you get Dinwiddie, you get Jared Allen, you get Karis LeVert, and who knows who else in that deal. But the problem will be with Houston, if Westbrook does stay there, is he going to really help these guys develop into their games? But if that trade happens and they build up a super team in Brooklyn, I'm going to watch the game, but I'm not going to respect. I ain't going to respect that whole team because they set the debt to win the championship. I ain't cool with that, LB.
Yeah, don't blame you on that. All right, so I got some people up in here. Ralph Lauren, Lamont, Tony Rome, got y'all up in here. Now, that's the thing. I don't see Dinwiddie, whether Brooklyn trades him or not, I don't see Dinwiddie staying there. And this is why. Dinwiddie wants to be a starter. Dinwiddie don't want to be having to come off the bench after he proved himself after Kyrie went down with that injury, right? So Dinwiddie ain't gonna want to stay there no matter what. So you got that, right? As far as like the other guys, I really don't know. But underrated. What you think? If Brooklyn pulls this deal, right?
Mhm.
You think what do you think this team goes if they pull this if they pull the trigger on this deal?
If they be into the playoffs, but they could probably get to the conference final, I don't like the deal because you got like somebody said, you got three board dominants, and then at the same time, Harden do not play no defense. At times, he is a selfish player, and sometimes down the line, when the game close, he don't get it done. And I would say no, don't. I would say no, they won't do it. And then if the trade goes through, we cannot forget that the new coach of the Rockets said that he gonna play small ball. So if they make that trade, I'm thinking if the trade goes through, the players from the Nets, how they game going to improve? Excuse me, how they game going to improve?
Right?
And that's the conversation we got to talk about, really.
Yeah, I just don't see it. Man, if I'm Brooklyn, man, yeah, you trade Dinwiddie, right? Get what you can for Dinwiddie, but as far as like for James Harden, I wouldn't pull the trigger on that, man. Gideon, what you think?
Man, if Brooklyn trades for James Harden, yes, they get a superstar out of it, but Brooklyn will lose a lot of pieces. It's like that's a lot of picks and pieces that Brooklyn would lose for James Harden, man. I understand James Harden's a superstar, but here's the thing. We all know that James Harden's had a history of being inconsistent in the playoffs. And here's the thing, losing LeVert, Dinwiddie, Allen, and Prince, that's a lot of young pieces.
Yeah, I would. If I'm the Brooklyn Nets, man, look, I know y'all trying to win now, but don't hemorrhage your future for I don't want to see Brooklyn do this deal. I don't want to see them do this.
Yeah, I don't want to see another super team. You know what I mean? I don't want to see another super team.
No, so that's my whole thing about that. I mean, we got the competition. Everybody want competition.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it at that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, because let's be realistic, all right? If Brooklyn gets James Harden, they're automatic going to win the East. Let's be honest.
But I want to while we sitting here, one person I had smoke for was
Ignore that, sorry.
yeah. I don't know what that was, but hey, shout out to Hitman next in the building, a resident Phoenix Suns fan. One person who I'm really upset with is what that motherfucker name is. What's that dude name? Oh, so one person I'm really upset with is Joel Embiid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is why. Now, last year, no, let's go back 2 years ago, right? When the Philadelphia 76ers got eliminated in the second round in Game 7, right? When you got eliminated in Game 7, dude went boo-hooing in the back after Kawhi Leonard hit that game-winning shot. Hey, I don't know who's doing all that, but I need y'all to mute y'all mics, man, because there's a lot of background noise and stuff. All right. When he did, so my whole thing was, this dude going to come out and this dude's going to dominate next year. He's going to get it right, and they're going to come in and they're going to dominate next year, right? Instead, 6 years, they get the 6th seed and get swept in the first round. And he wasn't even he put up good stat lines, but it wasn't enough to like move the needle for the 76ers to go to the promised land. And as a result, Brett Brown got fired. Now, if no, whether he's out of shape, I hope he's getting back. I hope he's getting himself in shape. I hope he's taking care of himself. I hope he's working on his game, because it would be very disappointing if Joel Embiid comes out and doesn't dominate the way he's supposed to in this NBA season. Now, the 76ers still got a good team. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I would go on with Doc Rivers as my head coach, but still, they got a good team. He's an upgrade over goddamn on Brett Brown. Clear upgrade over Brett Brown. But I mean, it just. But at the same time, to me, it just don't move the needle enough. What y'all think? Tell me what you guys think about this. I'll start with you, Lamont, since you've been here first. I mean, you just gotten here.
Well, I mean, if we talking about what the Sixers can do, they're in the same situation. I've been a big proponent of these teams is doing too much panicking. Only one team can win the championship every year. Everybody else got to figure it out again. And just running to the trading block, trying to trade people when it don't work your way is the wrong way to go. You got two real promising players in Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. Trying to trade anybody for James Harden and making these panic moves is not going to save the day, because at the end of the day, it's not too many players out there right now that's champions. You're not getting guys, you're not bringing guys in to know how to win a championship. So what are you doing these moves for? Make it work with what you got. Ben Simmons, continue to develop him. Joel Embiid, just get him in shape, because we've seen what them two guys can do a couple years ago when they playing with their head on straight and you put good players around. They look lethal. So just go back to the drawing board, figure it out, and they'll be all right. Same with Houston. Just I'm not trading Harden. I'm not trading Westbrook. They got too many years left. You're not going to get equal value. You're going to go back into rebuilding if you trade them. Don't panic, and just make them players figure it out. That's all you got to do, and you'll be straight.
All right.
But let me say something, Red Dot. But this is what I'm saying is this, though. Yeah, that is good what you're saying, but both of them wants to leave. They demand a trade.
That's reportedly, because we like Russ said. Russ even called Stephen A. Smith out and said something that he's posted about him not wanting to be there was false. We don't. By the time news gets to us, it's so chopped and screwed. We don't know what's real and what's fake. A lot of times these players are probably sitting back in their locker rooms laughing at some of these reports that come out. There were a report that just came out that said Devin Booker wanted to get traded. That was 1,000% false. 1,000% false. And I was trying to tell people that, but that was put out there like it was real news. No, the only situation that happened was a shouting match between Devin Booker and the former GM, and he did it in public. So everybody said, oh, he wants out of Phoenix because he had an argument with the old GM who was fired. So people mix and match up stories. That's why I say sit back.
Who was the old GM?
Ryan McDonough.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah, he definitely.
It was a public shout match in practice. Media was around, fans were around. They had a shout match, and so at the end of the day, you're going to capitulate to your best player. And they said we're going to bring in a guy that can get along with the best player as opposed to clash with him all the time.
But I would say this though. I would say this: if it's not true, James Harden and Russell Westbrook, just come out and say that it's not true. Because while they not saying nothing, that making the media speaking your own words, speak your words. So I was this. Come out and say that it's not true. I want to play each other. We still going for the championship. And that's all I'm going to say.
If players spent time addressing false stories that came out in the media, they wouldn't have time to practice. They don't have time to address everything that comes out. They don't have to. They just, like Devin Booker didn't have to come out and say nothing. He let the team show people that he's not going nowhere by trading for Chris Paul today. So that tells you right there. So when like Steven Silas, you got to think the Rockets made a statement yesterday and said that James Harden and Russell Westbrook for the foreseeable future ain't getting traded. But see, when the team puts out statements like that, nobody reports that. See, the Rockets made a statement about it and nobody reported it. They said they're not going nowhere. And so they've made a statement. Nobody just talks about it.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay,
I'm just
I'm not
telling
saying.
you. I mean,
No,
I got to
no,
go
I'm
with the
just saying.
Rockets.
I understand, but I don't want you to make it think that I'm listening to every what the media is saying. I'm
No, no,
just
no, no.
saying.
I know.
I'm just saying that I'm saying if it's like that, they gotta come. They gotta come. They gotta come on one way or the other and say that is not true. You
They
know
don't
what I'm
have to.
saying?
They don't have to.
Sooner or later.
At
Sooner
the
or
end of the
later.
day, it puts pressure on the team to really make something shake to get this roster in order so they could be competitive. End of the
Right.
day, it's not on players to address these false reports. It's not their job because false reports are going to come out every single day.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to my boy Too Raw for TV up in the building. Aaron
Shout out to
Garnett,
Two Raw.
Mike G. What's up? Appreciate y'all for being up in here.
Raw.
Now, hey, so this the thing, right? Between those two guys, just those two guys alone command a massive salary, right? So you already got dang on PJ Tucker unhappy with his deal reportedly. Now I don't know how true that is or how false that is. I'm just saying what was reported, right? So so they got a lot of questions to figure out in Houston, right? They gotta somehow find a way to get a big man in there because they're playing teams with these athletic builds. They're gonna get destroyed. Yeah, are they gonna be nice? They win games. Sure, they're gonna be nice to win games. But what are you trying to do? You trying to win games, or you trying to contend for a championship?
What they bring back Capella?
They can't bring back Capella. Capella is with the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
And
Right,
Atlanta
you're right.
and Atlanta needed a big man, that can block shots. That's why the Hawks got Capella. They needed a big man that can protect the rim.
I forgot about they got Capella. Yeah. The Hawks in good shape now. Yeah.
With John Collins, Kevin Huerter, Trey Young.
Yes.
You know
Kevin,
what I mean?
I'm not sold on him. But
he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, the Hawks, if they can stay healthy.
Cam Reddish, I don't know if
Atlanta could do something.
Yeah, Cam Reddish is giving me Kevin Knox vibes.
I will see this. Lloyd Pierce is on the hot seat this year. Y'all heard it here first.
Oh, he is. If the Hawks are terrible this year, he might be gone.
Lloyd Pierce is on the hot seat.
Yeah,
What's
he's
up,
gone.
Elder? What you got on this, Elder?
Hey,
What's going
salute.
on, Elder?
Salute, my brothers.
What up,
salute,
what up,
panel.
Peace, Elder.
I think the whole thing's sad. Guys get to this point, man. It's really, really hard to trade a franchise guy. I agree with Lamont on the part. It just don't make no sense for Houston to even want to get rid of Harden. Now, Westbrook, yes, but Harden, no. And then you can tell from the sentiment around the league, nobody is serious about Westbrook. They all know that Houston's desperate to get rid of him. So nobody's going to give up nothing major for him. And if I'm Houston, that kind of money, I'm just running it back, man. They got a better chance of being competitive, a better chance. Make them be professionals, make them figure it out. Because, it's not the type of scenario where a guy got 1 year left on his deal and you're about to lose him. You see what I'm saying? That's a totally different situation and scenario. They're not in that. So I wouldn't, man. I mean, unless somebody wowed me, I wouldn't even consider getting rid of James Harden. I mean, he's literally just the face of Houston, and you're not going to be able to get someone back to replace what he's doing. And we've seen it all. I've seen it all the time. When you get rid of a superstar and you get all these pieces back, which one of them teams has done it? I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't remember one where you
Denver,
get rid of
New
your
York.
franchise player. No, I'm saying when you get rid of them, that they actually become something extremely viable, make it to the finals, compete, looking like they're finna get something done and win a chip.
Oh yeah.
I ain't seen a team ever do it. You see what I'm saying? So it's such a rare opportunity to have a franchise type player. I make Harden figure it out. If somebody will take Westbrook for nothing, I'd give him up just to get him. Man, I don't know where the echo coming from. Just to get him off my books. But other than that, man, I'd leave that thing the way it is. And if I got other guys, veterans that want to get out of there because they disgruntled, get them out of there. Everybody else's contract is easily movable. Everybody else's.
Yeah,
y'all hear me?
That's definitely true. They PJ Tuckers of the world, but I don't think Houston was going to give up PJ Tucker though. And they just traded for Robert Covington for what it's worth. But I can see him being on the trade block too. But
did The one guy said that the new coach for Houston said he playing small ball. I didn't see that. Where was that at? Did he say that?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about
I
that.
hadn't seen Silas say he gonna play small ball.
I haven't
But
seen
I
anything
think
about that.
Elder, but I think he is gonna run the like that Golden State system because he been on that coaching staff for like a whole lot of years.
He was only on Golden State for a year, wasn't he? No, Dallas for a year.
He was on Dallas's coaching staff.
But Golden State didn't play small ball. Golden State didn't play small ball. Golden State had big guys. They didn't play small ball.
I thought the type of offense they run was like a small ball type of offense, though.
No. Golden State, remember they had a Bogut, they had McGee, they had big guys.
Yeah,
they would move to a small ball type of lineup for a minute, but they still believed in having big men. So kind of like the Lakers doing now. You know, the Lakers got these big guys, but they go small and really stay big. You know what I mean? So I could see him doing that, but to eliminate having big guys and you in the West, you're looking to be put out in the first round if you even make to the playoffs.
Because
especially now that Phoenix done pretty much solidified a playoff spot if people stay healthy. If everybody's healthy and play, they definitely gonna solidify. Now, I'm not with my brother Hitman. I ain't guaranteeing Phoenix gonna be the top 5 in the West yet.
7th or 8th seed at best.
But they could. Now, don't get me wrong, they could, because I think teams are gonna fall off, like Houston potentially. You know, now they just run it back with Houston though. Houston gonna be in the mix. They're gonna win a lot of games, man. They just can't win it all. And Utah's the type of team that could fall off a little bit this year. I think Utah could fall off some this year. But you got a lot of.
Will Phoenix take Portland's spot in the seed?
No, I think if Portland get healthy, they're gonna be right there. Because Portland did have a ton of injuries. You got to, they had a ton of injuries.
Melo, Dame, CJ,
if they get healthy, get a couple younger guys in there in the cap spaces. If they don't sign Melo, they let the big man go. Whiteside, if they get healthy, I think Portland gonna be right there, man. They regular season type teams, they're gonna be right there. The West gonna be deep, man. The West gonna be deep. That's why I'm not guaranteeing that Phoenix is gonna be a 5th seed.
Man, what the hell's all that goddamn noise in the background?
But Phoenix ain't done making moves.
You said what? Yeah, I know Phoenix ain't. I'm sure
they
not
ain't done making moves. Don't be surprised if you see a Kevin Love or LaMarcus Aldridge over there as well. I told you about Chris Paul.
In that scenario,
New Orleans is going to get better. Memphis is going to get stronger.
In that scenario, just because you've seen how good it worked with Chris Paul and Gallinari, I would want Chris Paul and Kevin Love over LaMarcus Aldridge. He's really declined, in my opinion. He's old. Was he 35, 36 years old? I would want LaMarcus Aldridge in that situation because he mans too much of the block. You already got a big man on that block.
Can stretch that floor consistently.
Yeah, that's why I said I would rather have Kevin Love, and he's similar to Gallinari, and you see how that worked well in OKC with Chris Paul. So I would want, if you can get Love, I would want Love over Aldridge. Me personally, in that situation.
What the hell is that?
Who is that?
Sorry for that beeper. Sorry.
A beeper? Who cares? A beeper in 2020.
Hey, Lamont. Does Phoenix got enough money to sign Jeremy Grant?
Yes, but they're not going after Jeremy Grant. The Blazers are going to be going hard after him. There are a couple other teams, but Phoenix, from what I know, they're not going after Jeremy Grant at all. Because you got to think at that position, they got Cam Johnson, they got a Mikal Bridges. They got 2 guys that they're trying to groom and if those guys pan out, they'll be way more versatile than Jeremy Grant. Their ceiling is higher than Jeremy Grant, so I would focus on just developing what we already have.
I don't think Cam Johnson's ceiling is, but I mean, Mikal got a chance. But Mikal is what, 6'6", 6'5"?
Cam Johnson's ceiling is way higher than Jeremy Grant's. To me, Cam Johnson's ceiling is way higher than Jeremy Grant.
I don't think so.
I like.
He could shoot it, but he ain't got the athleticism.
Cam Johnson is nice.
Cam Johnson can score the basketball, man. That dude,
he could shoot. He could shoot. I'm just not gonna say his ceiling's higher. He may end up being a better scorer, but all around player, I'm not gonna say that.
This is like
he don't play no D. Cam Johnson don't play no D either.
This is like year 7 for Jeremy Grant. Like, this is the best we'll see Jeremy Grant get. He's not getting better than he's hit his ceiling. This is why he has to maximize money now. Cam Johnson hasn't
Year
even come close to
7?
hitting this. He's like a
I
year
don't
6
think-
or 7.
I
This
didn't
Jeremy
know
Grant's
that.
been in the league for a while. I don't want to say 6 or 7.
Yeah,
I might be wrong.
yeah, I
but
thought
it's
it was
probably like 5 or 6.
Because this,
Probably 5 or
this is
6.
this is 5 because this is the contract year.
Yeah.
This is his contract year, so this is his 5th year, and he's only
Oh,
like
no, it's-
25 years old.
It's definitely more than it. I think it's more than his 5th.
I'm gonna go check. Yeah, no, remember it's contract year, so that tells you it's his year to get a contract. His contract
Yeah.
is up, so it's
No,
got to be
well,
his
you got
5th
to
year.
think it wasn't because he was an unrestricted player. He was an unrestricted free agent. He wasn't
That's
restricted.
5 years then. 4 is restricted, ain't it? Like Kuzma. After 4, you're restricted. After 5, you're unrestricted.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah.
That. I don't.
I'm pretty
I think
sure
he's-
that's what it is. I think
Yeah,
he's
but-
in his 5th year. I think he's in his 5th year.
You're right. I think you're
Yeah.
right about that. But yeah.
Yeah. But he's still young. He's still super young. He got great pedigree. I mean, that cat's athletic. He could guard multiple positions. I like him a lot, man. I think, especially with the right team, he gonna thrive. I liked him in Denver. They should be trying to get him back. They should really be trying to get him back. I think they should. So,
All right. So there's another trade rumor that's out there right now, and this involves Drew Holiday. There's a rumor out now saying that Drew Holiday could possibly go to the Boston Celtics. So
why?
I don't see me personally, I don't see how this move moves the needle for Boston or whatever like that. I think they're good where they at. I think they need a big
to replace who? Cam Hayward?
So this comes from NBC News Sports Boston. So
okay.
So the Celtics reportedly among several teams interested in trading for New Orleans Pelicans point guard prior to the 2020 draft. So
But
Boston
Danny
also
Ainge don't believe in Kemba Walker.
well, it was, but see this report I got from NBC Sports Boston saying also that the Nuggets are a strong threat to trade for Holiday thanks to their wealth of quality young players.
I like him better with the Nuggets. I like him better with the Nuggets.
Yeah, they said the Towns' report suggests that the Pelicans would prefer not to send their talented guard to Denver.
I heard something different.
They also say Boston was armed with 3 first-round picks, picks 14, 26, and 30, and they were reportedly trying to use those picks to move up to get a top 10 selection, which then they can use to flip in a trade for Holiday. But they might need. But they say they also might need to clear a clue to play in addition to that pick to land Drew Holiday. So my thing is, so the question is this, right? Who is more likely to get traded from the Boston Celtics? They just signed this, so Jaylen Brown is a no because they just re-signed him. Jason Tatum is going to command a supermax this year, so that's going to be a no. So to me, the most likely player that gets traded are either Kemba Walker or Marcus Smart. What you guys think?
I think Kemba hard to trade, ain't he? What, he got 4 years left on his deal? 3 years, I mean?
He was acquired in the sign and trade.
Oh, that's 5. That's 4 years left then. Sign and trade, he got a 5-year deal, right?
Yeah, he was acquired in the sign and trade with the Hornets.
Hell no. Yeah, if that's a sign and trade, that's a 5-year deal. He got 4 years left, bro. I think it'd be hard to move Kemba, me personally.
So to me, or they might move a guy off the bench. Who won their key player? I can see like a guy like Brad Wanamaker gets traded.
Man, nobody want Wanamaker.
I know ain't nobody gonna want Wanamaker, but if they're trying to include multiple picks, then he's probably gonna be part of that package. But to me, all those scenarios, I think the most likely guy gets traded is Marcus Smart. Shout out to Michael Smith, Dre Day, Billy Pickett, Mike G, Solid Boy 500. I see y'all up in the chat room. Appreciate y'all for being here tonight.
So,
all right, I see you say hit, man.
Was like the heart and soul of that team, though.
He is Marcus Smart. I didn't think they was trying to get rid of him at all. He's on a friendly deal.
Glue guy.
I didn't think that he's the glue guy on the defense. I didn't. He just, you don't trade players like that. Personally, I had to be getting a mega superstar back. I have to be.
But
I wouldn't trade him.
But Drew Holiday,
not for Drew Holiday. No,
that's what I'm saying. He's a good but not great player.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade him for Drew Holiday. I really wouldn't.
You sure it's not
trade for
Gordon
that.
Hayward? Gordon Hayward.
Because on that
LB?
team, on that team, Drew ain't gonna score the points he been scoring for New Orleans. Not when you got Jaylen Brown and Tatum. He ain't gonna be, and Kimba. Ain't no way he gonna be scoring that many points. So they need freaking bench help, man. Boston just need bench help and a couple big guys. They need better big men and bench help. They got a good starting five, but they need bench help bad, and they need better big men to bang in there. I saw what you said in there, Hitman X. I know Cam Johnson. I don't know why y'all think he got much greater upside than Jeremy Grant. Even if he is on his 6th year, I mean, he's just so much more athletic. He's so much more versatile defensively. Cam can shoot the ball better than him, but y'all acting like Grant can't score at all. I mean, that booger was going at the Lakers, man. That booger was putting up 15 to 21 points against the Lakers. I mean, I think that could be sustainable. He got the pedigree. I know Johnson do too, but I don't know what y'all. What is it about Cam Johnson that gives him so much more upside than Jeremy Grant? And that's to you, Lamont, or Hitman. I'm wondering what y'all seeing that I ain't seeing.
I just think he's more skilled. I think whenever you have a
'Cause
player
he can
that young,
shoot? He
no,
can shoot?
no. I'm talking about all around offensively. He's far more skilled than Jeremy Grant.
I don't
That's
agree with
just not
that.
just shooting. He's a better
'Cause-
driver.
You think so?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
You got to think
We're
Jeremy Grant.
talking about the cat from North Carolina, right?
Yeah, Jeremy Grant's essentially a 3 and D type of guy who can catch lobs. He can't take you off the dribble. He's not doing none of that. He's not as skilled as Campbell. No, he's not close. Not to me. I mean, again, you might see something different. He's not nearly as skilled though.
Yeah, I maybe need to see Cam more. I watched him in North Carolina. I watched a couple games with him in the pros. I didn't see him breaking people down with the dribble, getting to the basket. Not better than Jeremy Grant was doing in the playoffs, because he was getting to the cup in the playoffs. I saw him taking people off the dribble. So so Cam Johnson can break you down off, because he was 6'9", 6'10", and he can break you down off the dribble and get to the basket. Cam Johnson, consistently.
Yes.
I have to see that. I didn't see that in North Carolina, and I didn't see that the few games I saw with Phoenix. I have to go watch him some more. Then, if y'all own them Phoenix guys, so y'all would know better. Y'all own them Phoenix cats.
I saw him play live, man. I did not see that at all when he was at North Carolina.
Yeah. If you go off of college, then if you look at Devin Booker, they just used him as a shooter.
No, I'm talking about what I saw in the pros. I probably seen him play 2, if not 3 games in the pros. And one game he got decent minutes. I mean, he played 20-plus minutes, and I didn't see that. I saw him spotting up, shooting shots in the corner. I saw him. He was pretty much a sniper is what they was using him as. That's what I saw. I didn't see him breaking anybody down with the dribble, getting to the basket. I didn't. I didn't see that. So, but y'all watch Phoenix. You there, Lamont, and I know that's Hitman's team. So y'all would definitely have more light for that brother than I would. But just because he could do that, I wouldn't consider him having more upside, because he's a liability defensively. He don't play defense. He's not a defender. So he may end up being a better scorer than him, maybe. Because I don't think he's scoring more than him now, right?
He's not a liability defensively. He's not that bad where he's a liability.
He's guarding 4s, right? He's got to guard 4s, right? Because he can't guard. He's not quick enough to guard 3s, is he?
Yeah, he can guard 3s. He can guard 3s and 4s.
Really? Man, y'all got me thinking I got the wrong cat. I'm the tall, light-skinned cat.
So ask me this.
I don't know this guy y'all talking about.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's a Dennis Rodman ball stopper. No. I'm saying, but he's not handicapping the defense if he's out there. He's not that bad.
Okay.
He's just young.
So is it good enough defender to shut down Kawhi, James Harden?
Nobody shuts down Kawhi. Nobody shuts down Kawhi.
Hey, Jeremy made it tough for him. He struggled against Jeremy Grant, especially later in them series. He struggled against Jeremy Grant. He sure did. He's still gonna get his points. I mean, you're not gonna stop a good offensive player.
No. I mean, that's the goal in the NBA.
Can he do enough on defense to handle Kawhi in a game like that?
Well, I mean, you only stop Kawhi with team defense. There's no single player who's stopping Kawhi. Great players, you got to use team defensive concept. That's why I don't like saying, can he stop an individual player? That's just, I'm not putting that on anybody in the league.
I don't see a team putting Cam Johnson on that guy.
Good team defense to make it as the 8th seed in the playoffs.
Oh, they can make the 8th seed, I think.
Well, you got to see. Well, that's why I say we got to pump the brakes on everybody as far as predicting playoffs because we don't know what these rosters going to look like here in a month or by the end of the week. So
Yeah,
that's why I say,
Hey,
there's a lot
Phoenix
of
don't
moving
add nothing
parts.
else.
There's
Yeah,
a lot
Phoenix
of
don't add nothing. Oh, go ahead, LB. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of moving parts between now and Friday when the free agency period starts, right? So, I mean, before we could start crowning teams, who's going to contend and all that, we got to get an idea what these rosters going to look like. There's going to be some trades made, especially during the draft. You know, we already had some trades that went down today. Now I'm pretty sure come Wednesday there could be even more trades going down, and you know and then was the training camp start on the 1st?
Yeah.
See,
Now,
that's not
they announced the Chris Paul trade, but why they didn't announce the Lakers trade must not be done for Schroeder yet, huh? Because they didn't announce that today, did they?
the Lakers trade went down yesterday with Dennis Schroeder and Danny Green.
No, they wasn't allowed to go down yesterday officially. It couldn't go down officially till today, till noon.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
so
you're gonna probably find something out on Tuesday, else. I think that's when they're gonna make it a system.
Oh,
I think,
or is it
I think
because
they'll
that, or is it because of that the 28th pick is involved? They can't really do nothing until the draft day. They can't really like officially announce something till draft day.
Yeah, they can't. So that
because I know Phoenix's was a 2022 pick or something, a protected 2022 pick.
Yeah.
So they could announce there's something that's coming 2 years down the road. Who is that?
Oh, that's my phone going off.
Oh, okay.
hey, don't be surprised.
Hey, let me take this phone call, y'all. Let me get out of here. I'm gonna take this call up. Hey, I appreciate y'all for being up here. Holla at y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir. All right.
Peace.